Hi guys, Allison here. I have an idea for this week's Fuse Class Friday project. It is still August as I'm filming this video. However, Target and social media have made it very clear that Halloween is coming up very soon. So I thought it would be fun to do a sort of series of Halloween spooky themed projects. So I do have an idea for this first one. I have some kiln paper here. I'm just going to sketch directly onto the kiln paper using a Sharpie marker for what I'm trying to make. I have my phone off camera that I'm looking at sort of a couple different photos for reference. I'm not going to be tracing one because I do want it to be my own. But I am attempting to make a spooky cat skeleton project today. So I wanted it to be sort of like arched back cat. This little head here, the triangle ears, some spooky, probably bright green eyes, little paws. I'm going to be doing this project in 2 firings. So I think the first firing will be a full firing, and then I will be adding more detail and then firing it as a partial firing. Once I actually make this project, I will definitely fill you guys in on how I actually ended up fusing it. Okay, so we have my little sketch here. A little cat. I'm not sure what size this is. This is probably like about 4 inches, about a 4-inch square. I'm gonna just start sort of filling in the shape with some black pieces. My Elmer's glue here. I probably will have to go ahead and speed up some parts of the video here just because I don't think you guys want to watch in real time me make a project. That would just be, it would just be, I think, too long. So I will speed up some of the more boring parts while I'm not saying anything, and then I can always pause and, add some more information as I'm working. I'm thinking that I made these initial legs a little bit too thick, so I'm going to attempt to cut these in half, see how well that goes. Not so bad. Excellent. So I don't know if you caught that, but so I'm using my running pliers from one end and it wasn't breaking out easily, so instead of just squeezing harder, I actually go back from the other side to attempt to get that breakout. So internal curves are really challenging. I'm just gonna give myself a little guide here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the black on the black with a Sharpie, but in person, the black Sharpie on black glass has sort of a red tint and you can see it. I don't think I'm going to be able to cut out this shape in one piece, but that's okay because my intention for this project is to have the cat be 2 layers of black glass anyways. So I'm actually just going to preemptively cut this in half and then go back and cut out that inner curve in 2 pieces, one from each side. And then when I piece it back together, it's going to have that nice inner curve. So now we have the first layer of black glass. Like I said, I'm going to make this 2 layers because if I fire this, these pieces aren't going to stick together. So with my second layer, I want to make sure that wherever the pieces are meeting, that I'm covering that with additional glass so that they fuse together. So let's see how we can do that. Okay friends, so I think I'm pretty much done here. Maybe I might add a couple more black bits to try to fill this gap. Alright, so I know it kind of looks a bit like a hot mess right now. I am somewhat to fairly confident that this will turn out well in the kiln. So like I said at the beginning, I'm going to fire this to a full fuse so that it's all totally flat, flat surface, and then I will be adding more details and then firing it again to a partial fuse. So I will see you back here tomorrow with what this guy looks like after a full fuse. Okay guys, so we are back. It's the next day. My little spooky cat has been fired to a full fuse. I am pretty happy with the results. I did lose some of the definition in his ears here. His head kind of just looks like a blob. And then the little green eyes that I added at the last minute, you can still kind of see them. I might add some more detail to those. I'm definitely gonna try to add some more detail to the ears. In addition to trying to make his little skeleton. I have some thin white glass here that I'm going to be using to try and make those little bones. It's, as the name implies, it's a little bit thinner than the regular fusible glass. It's just a little bit easier to cut smaller, intricate shapes out of than the regular pieces. So I thought that that would make it a little bit easier since I am working relatively small here on this project. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. Move him over. Sometimes I find that if I'm cutting a long, thin strip, it's easier to just score two initially and then break off both of them and then break those two in half. For some reason, I have found that to be oftentimes more successful than just trying to cut one thin strip off of the rest of the sheet of glass. So that's what I tend to do. Let's see. Now I'm just realizing I'm running into the issue here that I didn't anticipate for some reason, that the surface is actually pretty round, so that's not really quite conducive for balancing new pieces of glass on top of. I'm a little bit worried that these guys are going to just sort of roll right off. But I guess we will see. We will see what happens. obvious here, but we are not going for anatomically correct skeleton. I don't know that anybody was, you know, I don't think I was fooling anybody on that one, but we are just gonna go for artistic rendering of a skeleton here. I think that looks pretty cute with the little skeleton, with the little bones there. Again, not going for anatomical, but going for the gist of a skeleton. Now I think I'm gonna try to make the head a little bit more cat-like. I think I'm gonna add maybe another pair of ears again. Not sure how I'm gonna attempt this. So this is good to know for me in the future, that ears on this scale probably not gonna work in a full fuse. So that will be good information to have going forward. Add some more detail back into the eyes as well. And then the last thing I'm gonna add is some whiskers, because even though it's a skeleton cat, I think you should have some whiskers. now I'm thinking maybe I should give him a little pink nose as well. So I just need to hunt down a little piece of pink glass. It's too red. Alrighty. So, this ear does not want to stay on. Okay, so here we have our little skeleton cat. Let me zoom in a little bit for you here. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm going to put it in on a partial fuse so that those little details keep their texture. And I will be back tomorrow with the final result. Hi guys, I'm back with the final product now with my little skeleton cat. So let's take a look. Let's get a little up close. I think, you know, I like it. I think it's pretty charming. I think it's cute. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I definitely think that, you know, if I make something like this in the future, I could of course get more details if I made it slightly bigger, but the fact that it's so small I think adds to the charm, and I quite like it. Yeah, definitely his ears look better, his eyes look better on the second partial firing. I think the skeleton turned out nice. Yeah, overall quite pleased. Let me know what you guys think.